If your man is pulling away right now, stop blaming yourself. And stop blaming him. Because the real reason has nothing to do with love. It has everything to do with one thing that almost no one talks about. And once you understand it, everything in your relationship will change. Stay with me. This is going to be the most important thing you hear today. I want to tell you about a man. A man who had a 9-year marriage, 3 kids, 2 boys, 1 girl. He thought he had it all. And then, in 2016, his marriage ended in divorce. He lost daily access to his children. He was emotionally destroyed. For 2 years, he stayed single, carrying the weight of that failure. Then he met someone new. They were friends at the gym. Things started well, but slowly, he noticed something terrifying. The same patterns were starting to appear. The same distance, the same tension, the same emotional walls. And here is where most men would stop and say, "She is the problem." But this man did something rare. He asked himself a question that changed everything. He said, "Wait. 2 completely different women, 2 different cultures, 2 different backgrounds, 2 different personalities, and yet the same result. What is the common factor here? The common factor was him. That realization is what most men never reach, and it is what most women spend years waiting for their man to reach. Because here is the truth. Men are not taught how to be in relationships. They are taught to be strong, to provide, to protect. But no one teaches them how to emotionally connect. No one teaches them the language that women speak. And when a man does not understand that language, he does not become a bad man. He becomes a confused man. And confusion in a relationship always looks like distance. So this man made a decision. He swallowed his ego. He swallowed his pride. And he started paying attention. Not to what he wanted in the relationship, but to what she needed. And the results were immediate. She became more supportive, more open, more connected. The relationship transformed. Now, what exactly did he change? The first thing he discovered is that men and women think in completely different ways. As men, we think in logic. 1 + 1 = 2. That is our language. But a woman does not think in 1 + 1. Her language is emotional. Her answers are not always linear. They are layered with feeling, with context, with meaning that goes beyond the words being said. And when a man treats a woman like a logical problem to be solved, he loses her. Every single time. The second thing he discovered came from the most unexpected teacher. His own daughter. His little girl, barely old enough to speak, would cry and fall down and look at him with those small angry eyes whenever he corrected her. And his first instinct was to stay firm, to tell her no, to not give in. But then something in him shifted. He realized, this is my daughter. I do not want her to feel hurt. So he picked her up. He kissed her. He made her feel safe. And she melted, every time. And then the thought hit him. What if I applied this same understanding to my wife, not treating her like a child, but understanding that emotions are not weakness. Emotions are a language. And when a man learns to speak that language, the woman in front of him transforms. He tried it, and it worked. Now I want to talk directly to the women watching this, because this man also shared something powerful about what women can do. He said men are actually very simple. Do not let that word simple offend you. He does not mean shallow. He means that the foundation of a man's emotional world rests on 2 pillars, and those 2 pillars are respect and appreciation. Respect. When a man feels respected by his woman, something activates in him. He stands taller. He thinks clearer. He fights harder for her and for the relationship. Respect does not mean you agree with everything he does. It does not mean you cannot challenge him. It means you honor the way he thinks. You honor the way he leads. And when you disagree, you come to him as a partner, not as an opponent. And the second pillar is appreciation. This one is underestimated by almost every woman. Because here is what men will never tell you. We crave appreciation more than almost anything else. When this man came home exhausted from work, and his wife simply said, "You are working so hard, we really appreciate you," he said that the next morning, he was ready to go back out and conquer the world all over again, just because she said those words. That is the power of appreciation. It does not cost you anything. But to a man, it reaches somewhere deep. It reaches his soul. Respect plus appreciation equals a man who will move mountains for you. A man who will never stop choosing you. Now let me talk about something that is rarely discussed. Every man carries what I call a beast inside him. It is the aggression, the intensity, the fire, the competitive drive that pushes him forward in life. This beast is not a bad thing. In fact, it is one of the most attractive qualities a man can have. But there is a critical difference between a man who controls that beast and a man who is controlled by it. A man who lets his beast out on his wife, on his children, on the people he loves, is not a strong man. He is a scared boy who never learned self-control. But a man who keeps that beast disciplined, who channels it outward into his work, his goals, his purpose, while bringing peace home to his family, that man is what real strength looks like. Think about it this way. Walk with a lion on a leash, and people fear you more than the lion, because it takes more strength to control power than to release it. As a woman, you want a man who has that fire, that ambition, that edge, but you want him to choose softness with you. You want to be his safe place. And for that to happen, he needs to feel safe with you too. Safe from judgment, safe from disrespect, safe to be human. Now here is something every person in a relationship needs to hear. Most relationship failures are a man's responsibility. Not because men are bad, but because men have been raised to be emotionally unaware. And emotional unawareness destroys relationships slowly, quietly, and completely. When a man does not know how to connect, when he does not know how to make his partner feel seen and valued, she starts to drift. And when she drifts, he gets confused and defensive, and the cycle spirals. The solution is not complicated, but it requires something that does not come naturally to most men. It requires awareness. It requires the willingness to say, maybe I am the problem. Not forever, not in every situation. But in this moment, let me look at myself first before I look at her. That shift in perspective is what saved this man's second marriage. That shift is what can save yours. Now, if you are a woman watching this and you are thinking, I already understand men, but men do not seem to understand me, I want to share something with you. Understanding the psychology of how men think is not just helpful, it is a superpower. Because most women are operating on instincts that were never designed for modern relationships. Instincts that push men away without you even realizing it. Instincts that signal neediness instead of confidence. Patterns that attract the wrong men or push the right men into confusion. And here is the good news. These patterns can be changed quickly. When you understand what actually drives a man's desire, what triggers his commitment, what makes him look at one woman and say, she is the one I want to build my life with, you stop guessing. You stop anxiously waiting. You stop wondering where things are going. You become the woman who already knows. The woman who is calm and grounded because she understands how men truly work. That is exactly what the guide I am about to tell you about was built to give you. It is called 72 Plus Secrets to Make Every Man Chase You and Commit to You. This is not a generic dating advice book. This is a deep psychology-based guide that breaks down how men actually think, bond, fall in love, and decide to commit. It is over 150 pages of real strategies. Not surface-level tips, not vague inspiration, but actual step-by-step understanding that changes the way men respond to you. Inside this guide, you will discover the 3 hidden sources behind almost every dating problem women face. You will learn which natural female instincts are accidentally pushing men away and how to redirect them. You will understand how to silence dating anxiety so you show up as the calm, magnetic version of yourself that men cannot stop thinking about. You will decode the male mind, the difference between his desire and his love, what actually triggers commitment, and what triggers fear. You will learn how to make a man fall deeply in love even if he says he is not ready. You will discover the #1 quality that high-value men are secretly looking for in a woman. And no, it is not what most people think. You will also learn how to spot the 7 types of toxic men before they hurt you. You will get communication strategies that build attraction instead of accidentally killing it. And you will unlock a deeper understanding of your own feminine energy and how to use it with confidence. And when you get the guide today, you also receive 4 powerful bonuses at no extra cost. The first bonus is the Irresistible Traits Checklist that activates deep attraction in men. The second bonus is a sensual confidence guide with exercises to unlock your natural magnetic femininity. The third bonus is the Emotionally Unavailable Man Decoder with real scripts to reach men who seem completely closed off. And the fourth bonus is a complete relationship transformation toolkit with professional workbooks for emotional intelligence, communication, and building lasting love. Everything is available as an instant download. You get lifetime access, and it comes with a full money-back guarantee, no risk, all reward. The link to get your copy is in the description below. Go there right now. Let me close with this. The man I told you about at the beginning of this video said something that I want you to carry with you. He said that the best thing a person can do is ask themselves, is it me? Not as a way of blaming yourself, but as a way of taking back your power. Because the moment you stop waiting for the other person to change and start asking, what can I understand better? What can I do differently? Everything begins to shift. You are not the problem. But you do hold more power in your relationships than you have been taught. And when you combine that power with real understanding of how men think and love, you become someone truly unstoppable. The link is in the description. Get the guide, and I will see you in the next video.